Hello everyone. In this session, we'll be discussing about the second type of public sector enterprises, which is statutory corporation. As in the previous session, we have already discussed about the first type of public sector enterprise, which was departmental undertaking. So now in this session, we'll discuss about statutory corporation. So, statutory corporation is a body corporate formed by a special act of parliament or by the central or state legislature. And it is fully financed by the government. Its powers, objects, limitation, etc. are also decided by the act of legislature. So basically, it is a type of corporation which is managed and owned by the parliament, act of parliament, or by the state or central government. And all its powers, limitations, objectives are decided by the act of legislature. For example, Indian Airlines, Air India, State Bank of India, Life Insurance Corporation of India, Oil and Natural Gas Corporation, etc. These are the examples of statutory corporation. So here are some features of statutory corporation. First feature is it is created by an act of parliament or central or state legislature, as we have discussed earlier. The powers, objectives, and limitation of public corporation are defined in the Act only. It operates under total control of central or state government. Next feature is it is managed by the board of directors who are nominated by the government. The main motive of public corporation is service to general public. The accounts of public corporation are generally audited by the comptroller and auditor general. Or we can say these are generally audited by CAG. Now here are some advantages of statutory corporation. So the first advantage is administrative autonomy. As we know, public corporations are basically owned and managed by the government. So the government manage the affairs of the public corporation or the functions of the corporation with independency and flexibility. Second is quick decision. Public corporation can make a quick decision as there is less file work, less formalities to be completed before taking decision. So decision can be taken quickly. Third is service motive. All the activities of public corporation are discussed in the parliament, their functions, their objectives, everything is discussed in the parliament. So this ensures the protection of public interest. Next advantage is efficient staff. As the statutory corporation can have their own rules and regulations regarding the salaries and recruitment of employees, so they provide better facilities and attractive terms of service to the staff so that they can work effectively and efficiently. And the last advantage is professional management. As the board of directors of statutory corporation consists of business experts and they also represents the various groups such as laborers, consumers, they are nominated by the government. So we can say there is a professional management in statutory corporation. At last, we will discuss the disadvantages of statutory corporation. So the first disadvantage is autonomy on paper only, which means जो गवर्नमेंट की डिपेंडेंसी है पब्लिक कॉरपोरेशन में वो सिर्फ पेपर पे है. Practically, the ministers, governments, and the political parties they don't interfere with the working of these companies. Second is lack of initiative, which means public corporation do not face any competition because their main motive is service motive. They are not guided by the profit motive. So the employees do not take initiative to increase the profit and reduce the loss. That is why the losses of public corporation are made good by the government. So there is lack of initiative to make profit for the corporation. Third is rigid structure, which means the objectives and powers of public corporation are defined by the act, which means जितने भी public corporation के objectives हैं, powers हैं, ये कहाँ decide किए जाते हैं? ये decide किए जाते हैं act के through. और कभी भी हमें इसमें amendment लाना हो या change लाना हो, वो हम कैसे ला सकते हैं? उस एक्ट को, किसी भी नए एक्ट को पास करके. And amending the act is a time consuming and complicated task. So that is why it has a rigid structure. And the last disadvantage is unfair practices. So statutory corporation basically charge unduly high prices to cover up its inefficiency. So suitability of public corporation is under where the undertakings require monopoly powers, where the undertaking requires special powers defined by the act, or where the undertaking requires regular grants from the government. So these are the areas where the statutory corporation is suitable. Now, here are some questions based on the topic discussed above. So, the first question is, name the organization formed by passing a special act. Second is, list the names of some enterprises under statutory corporations. Third is, explain the meaning of statutory corporations and explain the features of statutory corporations. So we have discussed the second type of public sector enterprise. In the next session, we'll discuss the last type of public sector enterprise. So that's all for today. Thank you.